Well, welcome. I'm here with Barry Bonds. And what we're going to do is we're going to look and talk about some of the greatest moments that Barry had in this ballpark. So, first, welcome, Barry.
Thanks, buddy.
Great. Nice to see you.
You too, buddy.
All right. We're going to go right back to how the ballpark looked before it really became a ballpark. So if we could roll this. When I saw this for the first time, Barry, I'm thinking, well, you did it twice. So was this on top of the roof?
It was actually where the fans sit in right field. We weren't allowed to go into the area. So this is actually, the water's just right over that little area.
Okay. So when we keep going now, the next time you took BP was actually a little bit more realistic.
Right.
Where you could see where the home plate was and how far you would actually have to hit it into the wall.
Right, exactly. I don't even know if I did. I don't remember. I was just exhausted because it was just like right before camp and everything. They're not ready.
Did you have an idea how it might play?
What I was thinking was, like this home plate where they have us at, it seems like right field was behind me a little bit. And I'm going, I hope they move this back because the angle of where I was swinging, if you look, right field seems so far over there, like I had to pull it so far. And I was like, ooh, that might be a little tough.
I do think they had home plate up a little further.
Yeah, I think it was up further at that moment. So we were so excited just to get out of Candlestick. They could have, just to move us out of Candlestick, we were just happy because it was just they could have put this stadium anywhere as long as it was out of Candlestick.
And now coming up is going to be your 500th career home run, which was on April 17th, 2001. All of these home runs, you had to block everything out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's hard to do. Look at all the people.
It's exciting. I mean, it's overwhelming. The 500 was kind of tough too because, like, you just want to get that monkey off your back. And I knew, he likes to pitch in. He likes to throw a slider. So I was like, okay, this could be a good situation. But then I had, like you could see, Richie's on base. I got to try to keep the line moving at the same time and not worry about hitting a home run. It's got to try to score more runs and beat the Dodgers. So that's more important than 500 home runs at the moment. I don't even know which. I think he threw me a slider down and in or something.
I think it was down and in.
Yep, that was his slider. And it, was so funny. That moment, you see the expression on my face, it seemed like after I hit the ball, everything was in slow motion. Like hit this home run, I'm just going, oh, wow, this happened. And then I ran the bases and I was excited about it.
Nobody out. Deep to right field. This one is on its way to McCovey Cove. Number 500. It's into the water. Unbelievable.
I had the bat there because my dad said, I want that bat. That was the only reason why I had it on my shoulder, because my dad was coming and my brother, and my dad's going, I'm taking that bat home. And I said, you can have it. You can take it home if you want to. And so I was more so looking for my dad at the time because he just wanted to have that bat.
And there he came. He came out of that interest right behind
home
plate.
See, I gave him the bat right there because that's all he wanted was to take that bat. And I was like, okay, you got it. And he was telling how proud he was of me and everything.
Well,
I
can imagine.
And then my brother Ricky and Liz. I haven't seen my brother there for a long, long time either, so it was really good. And my mom, she's always there. She doesn't get the big hugs all the time because I see her all the time. Like, hey, Mom. Yeah, she's always with me 24 hours. Right.
Here come the Willies.
The Willies, yeah. I don't even remember that 25 years ago. Yeah,
there's a few home runs on that field right there.
There's quite a few right there in that 500 category. I think my dad was just in the way. He only had 300. I'm like, come on, man. See, he stepped out. That was funny.
Look at Willie. He's directing traffic.
Mac and the 500 Club. That was good. I was like, yeah, so glad that's over with. You could see me going, whoa, I'm so glad that's over with. I can just move on.
So now we're going to go to October. October 5th, 2001. You hit number 71 and 72. You did it in one night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chang Ho, he always challenged me, and I always knew that he was never going to pretty much walk me if he didn't want to. I think it's a cultural thing in Korea. He likes to go away a lot, so it was pretty easy to pick him up. I can just go in and get him. So even if the guy's setting up inside, he's still going to throw his ball away because that's just the way he is. He just never really threw the ball inside, so I could just step in and grab him. I didn't even know if they were going to give it to me because it looked like the guy caught it over the fence at the moment.
Yeah.
So I kind of hesitated. And then when they circled me, I was like, I need to hurry up and get around these bases and get out of here.
There's a high drive, deep into right center field to the big part of the ballpark. Number 71, and what a shot! Over the 421-foot marker.
Your teammates come out. I mean, look,
That's
all
a-
that is
yeah.
real. Look at Cove.
I mean, that's crazy. That's a lot of boats. That's a lot of people out in the water. It's just good to be able to do all the milestones in your backyard. That was
That
the
is a
best
fact.
thing. I mean,
And the other thing, too, is I think you made it very clear that all those people there were part of your family.
they're all part of my family. All the people in San Francisco are part of my family. I was raised here.
You wanted to get a phone. You wanted to talk to your dad.
Yeah, because he wasn't there.
Okay.
That's it. I was talking to my dad. Yeah.
He'd probably ask him for the bat.
Yeah. Probably. I took them all back. I got them with me, so it's okay. He didn't keep them. I got them. When you're going through these milestones, Kuiper's great. But at the same time, you want to try to respect your teammates at the same time with hurry it up and get back in there. And then I'm like trying to run out. Let's go. Let's play, guys. Let's get out of here. I need to, I got to get back into focus here. See, look at me saying, let's go. Let's play. I'm done with all this.
Yeah.
Let's focus back in. We got to win a game.
Well, 72 is coming up. And this one,
Yeah, I faced him so much. I knew exactly what he was going to do. He has a really hard time with coming inside. And that was probably about the best inside pitch he's ever really thrown me. And so I'm always just looking at just 3/4 of the plate outside with him because one, he doesn't throw hard enough to pitch me in and to not get hit in the water. So I'm not worried about that part. But I didn't think it was going to go out. So there, he hung it. That was just his fault. He just hung it.
There's a high drive. Grissom back in center field. He's all the way back to the wall. Number 72.
You see me right there go, please do not have me stand out here again. Let's just get out of here and keep going.
once again, the kids.
There they are. Boom. And I'm like, boom, let's go. Let's get out. Let's get out of here real fast. So
You know what, really quick.
we don't have to do another standing ovation, come out. Let's focus on the game.
Really quick, hey, look, it's against the Dodgers, the rivalry.
Yeah, but you don't want to rub it in. You might get
I
our
got you.
generation, you're gonna get drilled. I don't want to rub it in. We've done enough. Let's
Yeah.
move on. I mean, the advantage is that we're at home. But I'm just like, let's go. You guys stay there. Let's get out of here. Let's play.
June 23rd of 2003. But on this date, you sold your 500th base.
That was against Gagne.
And
Well,
he
he
ended-
doesn't really look at you. Gagne is just quick pitches. So I knew it's just a timing thing with him. It's just, he's not going to look. He's not going to look. He's just going to go really quick. So all I did was just time him. He walks me eventually.
He's going to walk you.
But he moved me around pretty good. I gotta admit, Gagne was a tough pitcher to face. He would keep you honest. He's gonna back you off the plate. He's gonna come back. You're gonna do a little break dancing on that batter's box a little bit with him. He was just a quick pitcher.
With that, you're the first and only 500-500 club member.
And 400.
And
Bond's going, and he steals it without a throw, and that's number 500. The first man in the history of the game to have 500 steals and 500 plus home runs.
you had to be proud of that.
I was excited. I was like, my whole career is based with my godfather, my dad. Willie and my dad were 300, so I wanted to do that. I had the best of both worlds with my dad and Willie all the time. My whole life, my whole career was based on both of them. And level of competition that we've had since I was a little boy with Willie and my father was, you don't have 300 stolen bases, okay? Or you don't have 600 home runs, or you don't have this. So you could imagine what was going on between me, Willie, and my father through my whole life in the privacy of our homes. And so I had a lot of shoes to fill. And
But did he really mean it, or was he just egging you on?
no, he meant it. Because see, like when I got 500, Willie go, well, you ain't got 600. And then my dad would be like, well, Willie's right. Because my dad idolized Willie to the T. Like Willie was God to my father. And so it was like, well, how many triples you got? Well, you ain't going to catch me in triples. Okay. So now my goal is to go to 600. And then 600 came and I got 660. And then when Willie passed me that torch, it was Willie saying, you made it with us. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like you had a tear Willie sat on the top step. My dad sat on second step, and I was on the ground. I didn't have a stair. I was sitting on the ground. And I think when Willie passed that torch, it was kind of like I finally got on my own
The final
step.
say-so had to come from him.
He always had to come from him.
Your birthday, you turned 39 that day. We saw the power, we saw the base running, but this gives us a chance to show a little
this
bit.
gives a chance for me to say, all the critics that says he's old, he ain't got no arm, he's too old, he can't throw. And then it was perfectly straight to me, thank God. And I swear to God, I threw everything I had.
Here comes Bonds, he gets to it. Here's his throw, it's on line. They got him!
You won 8 Gold Gloves,
Yeah.
for crying out loud.
Yeah,
I'm
that's okay.
shocked that somebody didn't put you in center field.
No, I couldn't play center field, and I'll tell you that story too, Kai. I didn't want to play center field, and I didn't want to play right field because my godfather was center fielder, and I wasn't good enough. I knew he was a better outfielder and center fielder than I ever could be, and both him and my dad had better arms. I needed to play left field, but I wanted to make left field like the best left fielder in the game to my godfather.
Okay, so you got the family covered, right? You
Yeah, I
got right,
covered it.
Center,
So
and
right,
left.
center, and left.
Okay. All right, now let's go to April 12th, 2004. This is a big day for you because you tied your godfather, Willie Mays.
660. And then I hit
60.
61 the next night. Willie kept saying, you better hurry up. Well, he said a little bit different than that. But he said, I ain't traveling all over the place. I said, okay, Willie, I'm doing the best I can. I said, I'll get it at home. Just stay home. And he's telling me, if you don't hurry up, you ain't going to see me. I said, don't worry, I'm going to do it at home. I'm going to do it at home. I promise.
3-0. On a play.
And I hardly ever swung at 3-0. Yeah, see, I didn't like the swing because I always swung too hard 3-0. It's like, ah. And that's probably me talking to myself going, B, just hit it. And I'm telling myself right here, stay calm. Don't turn the dial up too hard. Relax. See how I'm doing everything slow, trying to calm down. Calm myself down. You swing hard, your technique goes bad.
3-1.
Relax. There it is. See? Same pitch. You think about the same pitch, but I actually did better the second time than I did the first time. That's the first time I've ever seen that. But I knew I was telling myself there's a calm down, relax.
He hits it hard! He hits it deep! 660 out of here!
That's when I got emotional. I'll never forget that because the tears came out because Willie gave me the torch and said, pretty much I don't have to sit on the floor no more. In that moment, he says, you better go after 755. And when he gave me that okay, then nothing on the planet that was going to stop that one.
Did you get the ball?
I didn't care about the baseballs. I always told my friends and everyone sitting in the bleachers, man, that's a lottery ticket. I don't know why you want to sit behind home plate and see that close, man. You bleachers a lottery ticket. You get one of these home runs, dog. We rich. We can go anywhere we want. We can travel the world. I mean, why do you want to sit behind home plate? There's no money back there. It's just we paid. No, go out there. I'll hit it to left center. I'll do anything. Just do whatever.
Yeah, well, you knew it when you hit it. Well, we said that we would eventually get to the showdown in 2004 with you and Eric Gagne. So let's get to that.
It was one of
And
my
you guys
best
had something
at-bats.
going on though, right? Didn't you?
We
talk at the
played in
All-Star
Japan
break, or-
together. We played in Japan together. We were just chitter-chatting a little bit, just going at each other a little bit. And I said, you're the most dominant. You are the dominant, not most. You are the dominant pitcher. If you have no chance of losing, quit throwing me that rinky-dink curveball and all the other stuff. Come at me. You throw 104 miles an hour. Challenge me. Let's go mano a mano. If you get me, you name it. If I get you, I name it. And you'll see me look at him when he throws me a curveball. I thought he broke my rib cage because he came in tight, and that was like 101. When he cut me inside, I was like, oh no.
So at some point you knew it was on.
I knew it was on because I knew that when he did that, now you'll see me stare him down going, that wasn't the deal, brother. Okay, but if you want to play the game, we're going to play the game. And you see me, I'm just staring at him because I'm just like, that's crud. We had went through all this whole scenario. So that's probably why he started shaking off everything because he probably felt that vibe. I just wanted to send him a message, don't do that.
Yeah, because one
You
of
can't
these
come
is the foul
inside.
ball,
You
right?
can't come inside without invite. You got to be invited. I got to send you a note, a letter. And when I fouled that pitch off, Kuiper, I felt like, okay, I'm staying short because, I mean, he's throwing 100 miles an hour here. I mean, you can't. And a ball at that, up like that, I'm like, okay, I'm staying short. I'm not overstriding. I'm staying calm.
And everybody knows it's on now.
Nobody knows but me and him. I wish everyone knew, but nobody knew but me and him. And he had the advantage. He had me on 2 strikes. So it wasn't like, there was no advantage to me. And my dad always told me that if a guy throws that hard, send him a message and pull it very, very far foul, and I guarantee you the next pitch is away. And that's what played in my head at that moment. And Gagne threw the next ball away, and I put it in center field.
Center field, hit well. This baby's gonna go out of here at 100 miles per hour. Wow.
That's if you want him to stop it, turn it over. See, because what's most hitters going to do when somebody throws a ball dead inside that close to you? You're going to step out or try to cheat or something.
It's going to come in there again, or at least you want to protect yourself.
My dad was, and I knew Gagne was not afraid of anything. That guy, doesn't matter. He's going to hit you, whatever. It doesn't matter. Gagne's not afraid of me by no means. So coming in, he's not afraid to do it. I just had to send him a message just saying, you got to throw a little harder than that if you want to come in there. And then that, he thought maybe I sped my bat up at that moment so he could go away. But I was a little bit smarter at that moment.
So I'm assuming that you guys ran into each other after that.
The next time I faced him, he intentionally walked me. And so I was sitting in Dodger Stadium going, let's go. He looked at the man and goes, nah, we ain't playing that this time. And he intentionally walked me.
We did that once.
He said, we did that once. That game is over. So it was kind of funny.
All right, we're going to go to August 7th, 2007. This is 7-5-6. And I said, Barry, after you hit it, Bond stands alone. I want to know, did you feel alone at all during this?
No. I had so much support. It was overwhelming. It was just trying to get it done, so that was just it. I didn't know how this was going to play out, though, to be honest with you. I didn't know if he was going to come after me. I didn't know if he was not going to come after me. I knew I only had so much time left, in this season.
Correct.
I was going to force him. I was like, maybe I come off the plate, he'll throw it over the plate. I'm going to have to take some chances here. I didn't know.
Plus, it's not somebody you've seen a lot,
No,
right?
I've never seen basketball that much. It was just, I was so tired too. Like so much media, so much everything. I was trying to just stay away from everything, everybody, just to recover, to sleep,
Well, everywhere you went, every town you went to.
Everything was so exhausting. I'm surprised I didn't break my back on that one.
So let's see where he comes here.
He got to 3-2. I think I fouled off some pitches and we got to 3-2, and that's when I got him. It's 3-2. This is coming. He's not going to run away from this. And then I had to start thinking again, this is baseball, Barry. It's not about you. Relax, calm down.
And Bassick deals. And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56.
There he is. And I was like, thank God.
So he came-
That was just it. Right there was just like, thank God.
So
this
he
is
came
over.
middle in.
And that's why I was like, thank God this is over. I'm like, I can move on. You can just see the relief on me when I'm rounding the bases. It's like, I'm so happy that, and one, it was at home. Two, it's just over with. I got to thank all of you, all the fans here in San Francisco. It's been fantastic. It means a lot to me. My dad. Thank you. I couldn't thank everybody enough at that moment. It was just, thanks for putting up with it. Thanks for dealing with it. Thanks for being there.
You looked up into the sky to thank maybe your dad?
Yeah, because he's my coach. My dad was my coach my whole life. I mean, my dad coached me my entire life, and my dad's a genius in hitting. But you can just see, like, I was like, right there, I was like thinking, I felt in my head, thank all the guys for just putting up with all this crud and
Boch's first
dealing
year.
with it, yeah. And just dealing with all this that was going around, and, how hard it could have been on them, having to sit there and see this every single day.
I think if you secretly talked to every one of them, they thoroughly enjoyed it. But it was not happening to them. It was happening to you.
Yeah, but it's like, playing all the years I played, you're thinking, the guy's next at bat, he's going to get cold. He's going to be stiff. They got so much crud going on.
Yep.
Timing's going to get off, and that's all because of me hitting home runs. I'm like, okay. Remember Asia? She couldn't stand loud noises and fireworks. I'll never forget that. So she used to cover ears the whole time. I'll never forget that. I forgot about that. How Asia used to do that. So cute.
So
Liz had to be at the game. Like, this is funny. Liz doesn't even like baseball, which is so good. This is so cute because Liz don't even know nobody in the game. All she knows about number 25, right? And Liz knows that she has to be at the game before I go up because if I don't see her and Asian Shikari right when I get up, when I hit, then I'm not going to have a good day. And that was my only superstition. And then after that, I look in the stand after I come off the field, they're gone. So Liz would be like, they'd all go, and then Shikari and Asia and all of them are gone. I'm like, that's all right. And they're like, did your family come? I said, they ain't staying here. She just knows she has to be here for my first at bat so that when I come out of that dugout, I get to see them there, and they have to be close. And then after that.
So this was August 7th. August 8th, they weren't around.
They probably weren't even around August 8th. I kid you not.
And I was never a fan of writing something down, but if you watch after I made the call to the right, I had written something down. And Mike was even surprised. He looked over to see that I had written something down.
And Bassick deals. And Bonds hits one high. Hits it deep. It is out of here. 7:56. Bonds stands alone.
And I just didn't want to screw it up. I mean, that was the whole point. I mean, you
Look how
have
young
this
you
great moment, and all of a sudden now you're going to say something really stupid. So if you watch it, you take a look that I look down to my right.
Look at
Now
Mike.
Mike's got
He's just going like
now
this.
watch Mike. Now he's got to be like the old lady, right, to check to see what I'm doing.
Mike's probably up there saying, I wish
Look
I
at
was
what are you
pitching.
doing over there? We walked the whole road with you that year, so it was special for us too. Now you're back in the game again, but in a different way. You're at the park. You're helping these young guys. You meet Rafi Devers. You spoke to him the other day. Tell us why you like coming back.
Baseball has been traditional since I've ever known. Willie did it for me. My dad did it for me. Mac did it for me.
Right.
Generations of generations are the only ones who can teach you. If they're having a bad day, I can say, I had 5,000 of those bad days. It's going to be okay. We're going to get there. We have a great coaching staff, right? And the best thing that we have here now that has made me want to be here more than anything is that we have you, we got Kruk, we got Bob as a manager, we got Matt, we got Pat, we got Tiny, we got Will the Thrill, and you got Buster Posey. Sorry, I forgot about Buster because he's upstairs. We have ex-baseball players here around every one of these players that can actually give them the truth. A lot of times as a hitter, you don't need to tell them you're dropping your hands or you're doing this, or you're 1% or percent, a half a point, whatever, of people that play this game, 1,200 baseball players in major leagues or whatever. Now let's just massage this talent that you have and understanding that it's a journey. Even when they ask me, Barry, how do we do this? How do you do this? I said, brother, you just got to stay around long enough that they'll write a story about you. I mean, this is a long journey. Just don't be a commercial, son. It's like there's a lot of commercials in TV programs, but then there's programs you will always want to watch. If you want to be that person, then we got to do this every year. And every year you're going to learn about yourself. And let's not take this moment and run into a bad moment. And we're on the same page. This is the thing that the Giants always been. The energy that they have with the coaching staff right now, they love. We're used to being coached, and we're used to having respect for who is coaching us. And Bob Melvin brings that respect. Barry Bonds brings that respect. You bring that respect. Kruko brings that respect. Will Clark brings that respect. Pat Burrell brings that respect. Buster Posey brings that respect. All of us bring that respect that they're looking for. And we're not intimidating to them. If there's anything that you need to know, we're here for you. And that's what excites me about being here now.
Well, let me just say this. Thank you for everything, my friend.
No, you're welcome.
You got it.
Mm-hmm. I knew I could do what I wanted to do on a baseball field. I can tell you when I'm going to hit a home run. I was never going to let my people at home have to watch it on TV. If there's going to be a party, it's going to be at my house. I just strived on that. 40,000+ people, the water out there full of boats. This is my stage, this is my home, these are my people, and I love them enough to do it at home.